Version 2, the quick fix plexi sheet window repair project. A storm that came through and a limb had knocked this window out in the study, and I was asked to come and just put something in there. First they had plywood up there, and the AC air was escaping, so I was asked to just get it over with. So I went and got a plexi sheet. I measured the window. It was a 28 by 30, and I measured just under that, because sometimes putting the window in or plexi sheet, you may run into a problem actually getting it to be flush inside the window for whatever reasons. Even after I cleaned it out, sometimes the glass will not go in. So I made sure I got all the little glazing points out of the window. Some of them came out, I pulled out with my wire pliers, and some of them I knocked in. So after putting the plexi sheet in, after cutting it, it wouldn't go back. So I had to go back and actually tap out all the glazing points to get them out of the way. But I'm measuring this window. I measured it from the inside where the glass was, so I can get a nice snug fit. And after that, I went and took my screwdriver and just ran around the frame, cleaning out all the old caulking and maybe some wood chips, make sure everything was nice and smooth. And I took my plexi sheet, I laid it down flat on the flat surface, took my measurements and checked and double checked. I mean, if you cut this too short, you're going to have a problem. So I checked and double checked, and I finally got my carpenter's knife out and began to score it. After I laid my T-square. T-square is really good to use on this plexi sheet. You get a nice straight line, and you can hold it in place with one hand or put your knee on it. And I would take my putty knife and scored it probably maybe 8 times on one side, and flipped it over, and 8 times on the other side. Make sure you go from end to end, because one time I did this. I cut the plexi sheet, and I didn't let it go all the way to the end. When I went to pop it, the end actually cracked, and the plexi sheet was damaged in one corner. I mean, there was a hole there. So now I make sure I go from end to end, flip it over, and make sure I press down, put some pressure on it as your blade is hitting that plastic. Go from end to end, flip it over, and make sure you hit those corners, press down, and pull. Get a nice, make sure that knife is digging in that plastic. And when I'm ready to pop, you pop it up, you get a nice smooth cut. And I went to put it back in, a nice fit. I mean, everything was ready to go. I only had to cut this one one time because it actually measured out the 30 inches that I wanted. It was already cut. I went to Home Depot and got it, just bought a piece, but it was 30 inches wide, which was good. All I had to do was cut the 28 inches to get this glass to fit back into this window. Once I got it in, I got my glazing points pushed in and put my caulk in around it, and I was done. Version 2, the quick fix plexi sheet glass project.